Hey guys, Jordan here. In this video, I'm going to share 4 real estate video mistakes you should avoid. Now, if you're just getting started in real estate videography, these are some things you definitely want to keep in mind when you're out shooting properties. Now, mistake number 1 is your gimbal balance is off. Now, you want to spend a little bit of extra time and make sure that your camera is balanced properly on your gimbal so that your motors aren't having to work so hard, and that, which if it is off, sometimes when you're walking, it's going to be a little bit more of jittery footage. So to avoid that, make sure you spend time and balance each axis properly. Now, mistake number 2 is not being focused. Now, you want to make sure that your focus settings are correct in your camera, and to know your camera and how it performs, I typically like a fast focus setting for our Sony cameras. But you know, you got to know the performance of your particular camera. The last thing you want to do is walk into a room and it be out of focus and take forever to adjust. So make sure you are familiar with your camera and how it focuses. If your camera is being inconsistent on how it focuses, I would recommend using a manual focus setting versus autofocus. Mistake number 3 is bumpy walking. Now, this is something that beginners have a tendency to do. They don't walk too smooth. Your shots look very jittery up and down. So just try to keep your knees bent and just try to walk smoothly, just like your camera is flying a drone through the property instead of up and down and keeping it close to your body. You want to make sure that it has some movement, but it's moving smoothly as you're walking through the property. All right, and finally, mistake number 4 is having the wrong exposure setting. Now, a lot of real estate photographers want to focus on getting crisp windows. When it comes to real estate video, I think it's really important to focus on the interior of the property to make sure it's exposed properly. And outside of exposure, you want to make sure that your white balance setting is what it looks like in the property. So you want to make sure to adjust those 2 settings, which are exposure and white balance, for each room. Now, I recommend shooting with a camera that has HLG or a lot of dynamic range when shooting real estate video, because it's going to reduce the amount of blown out window, looking footage, because you are capturing more information in the shadows and the highlights. All right, guys, so those are 4 mistakes you want to avoid when shooting real estate video. If you're interested in learning more about the real estate photography business, you can check out my free workshop. The link is in the description below. That's going to do it for this video. Reach out if you have any questions. We'll see you guys on the next one.